Here with more on tonight's speech, Aishah Hasnie is with us. Aishah, he covered a lot of ground tonight.
Yeah.
Also, 250,000 illegals. He claims these documents will now show were registered to vote in our country.
And we'll hear from the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen, it sounds like, as early as tomorrow about that, Sean. Apparently, the president reached out to some Senate Republicans and shared some of this information he's talking about with them because Senator Bernie Moreno of Ohio had tweeted right before the speech, the time for complacency with China is over in regards to the allegations the president just made. The headline here is that he has announced that he's declassifying a trove of documents that he claims reveals vulnerabilities in our election system. Those documents are now posted, as you said, on the White House website. The part that you mentioned here about China, where he's alleging that they hacked and gathered voter information on some 200 million Americans over a number of years. That includes names, addresses, voting affiliation. The president says intelligence officials that knew about this did not inform Congress about this. So he is asking the ODNI, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the Department of Justice, the FBI, the CIA to look into this, and then also asking the DOJ to bring charges if necessary about this. It is unclear if the president or the administration spoke to China or Xi about what the president was about to announce tonight before he made these remarks. Sean, you also heard the president make claims that electronic voting machines are vulnerable and easily compromised. Fox News has not seen that evidence yet, is not in a position to evaluate the accuracy of the president's statements and claims at this time. He also added, as you mentioned, that the Department of Homeland Security found about 278,000 non-citizens were registered to vote in federal elections, and he used that to once again call on the Senate to pass the Save America Act. A lot to take in, as you said, and I expect that Congress will begin reacting almost immediately.
Yeah, Aishah, I think you're right. But I mean, if that number is anywhere near accurate, and apparently the documentation that they are releasing will be open to the American people with a full declassification, we'd be talking about the largest data breach in American history. 220 million Americans' voting information in the hands of our top geopolitical foe. The nation needs to take a deep, deep dive examination into who knew what and when and where, and why did they keep this information from the American people? Why did they keep it from, why did they keep it out of the presidential daily briefing? Why wasn't anything done to stop it? A lot of questions tonight, and a lot of study needs to be done. And I hope the media, I know we'll do a deep dive into all this documentation in the days ahead, for sure. Anyway, Aishah, thank you so much for that summary. We appreciate it. All right, thanks for watching. Check out my new podcast, Hanging Out with me, Sean Hannity. The big interviews, the debates you won't get anywhere else. Like and subscribe for new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday.